Rai Part 1 The Fallen King. When the immortal king of Rai took his place upon the throne, no one could have guessed his might, his powers only grown. When the deity king did rise above him, fear did strike down. The immortal king did hatch a plan to smite him from the town. Look at him, the fallen king, that no one can defeat. His powers now they exceed God, the sex slave at his feet. When the immortal king did execute, his plan was just a flop. The deity king did take his power, and he could not stop. It was here the fallen king was born, with his endless power. He took one look at the deity king, and the deity king did cower. Oh my God, he is so perfect, of that we can be sure. Once you've seen him, all you'll do is scream and chant for more. Women and babies burst into flames. The paupers could only fan it. He killed the first king, killed the deity, and he was not done. Ah, I see. When the fallen king of Rai did strive upon his planet, women and babies burst into flames. The paupers could only fan it. He killed the first king, killed the deity, and he was not done. Still many more conquests to be made, and they're all just for fun. His hunger and bloodlust knows no bounds. To stop him you must not try. If you ever try to fight him, need it be said, you'll die. Part 2 The Disgraced. When the first king did betray the fallen, 'twas not taken well. The fallen king did promise that he would be sent to hell. Poison did not do the trick, it simply did not work, so others were recruited, since our king had gone berserk. He continued on his quest until he came across something. It was his other missing piece that would complete the fallen king. He looked into her eyes, and his heart broke in two. There is no chance I could ever have someone as great as you. Won't die, can't die, believe me, I've tried. Please care, my love. Please help me love. Part 3 WWG. Please love save me, please love save me. Love don't leave me. My God, you leave me. Who do you think you are, leaving us with this? I cannot escape myself, I can't even kill myself. If I am trapped with here, what have I left to fear? What is the worst life made? Calling me nigger, spade. What is the worst life does? Taking away my love. Well, that looks right on track. I guess I should be fighting back. If that's all life can give, is there a point to this? Pepois could not defeat me, nor could Well of Magic. We control existence now, with our nonsense logic. I'll fight you, my love, Black Queen. Perfection shan't hold I back. How my soul longs to attack. You beg for mercy, shall not grant thee. Why should I give you what you don't deserve? On perfect earth, ne'er birth. Why do you cry? You want to die. Well, be my guest, we must confess, for we do too. It's not just you. But for us, you see, it cannot be. It does not work. We just come back. We must come back. We're here to stay. Please end, I pray. Not one more day. There must be World War Genesis. Worldwide Genesis he seeks. Hear the prophet's words we speak. Stand by me, my Black Queen. Stand beside my side. I gaze into your eyes. Fee fe fo fum fi. Why can you feed me lies? I look inside and sigh. Why? Part 4 Collision. It seems I've come stuck, by choice run out of luck, and kings and deities decide my fate. Don't make me wait, while in this state. Send her champions forth to take me down. God smite my decision, I face my collision, but I don't know my way back home. I can't remember my name, we overwrote it with shame. and medicines won't take effect. I guess we lost the war that gave me the mental door. It makes me see me for what I am. Why are we led around like a hapless lamb when there's so much that we could do? God smite my decision, I face my collision, and I know why this has come about. I keep on striving for fame, I swear I'll bypass the shame, until I am realized respect. Part 5. Sugar-coated half-truths. It cannot be over. Like the white cliffs of Dover, I shall reign supreme and high. I do not have a choice, says the internal voice, because I swear to you I still can't die. In the past AD, there was a man named me, who did roam the streets, beneath his feet. Tigaloa, with his power, your guards would befall, you'd be enthralled, you'd be enticed, your heart in two will then be sliced. In 2010, it begun again, this time worse. He had been here first, from my birth. Genesis is me, what I try to be. Can't you see? Kill me, please. Part 6. A reflection. I look back on my life. I see my wives. I see my lies. I see me try to save the world. I see plans become unfurled. And you must know, before I go, how I tried, why I lied, and that I really am good. When I saw this earth upon my birth, I guess it seemed so great. But now I realize, because I see through the lies, what the rest of you don't believe. This world has hidden treasures, and based upon your measures, you can find them all. Nonsense logic gets you there, but to embrace it, you must be prepared. It'll change your life, may end all strife. You never know, see how it goes. I'm the fallen king of Rye, my mind is all but fried, and I know I will not die, 'cause of all the times I've tried. The Black Queen has now betrayed, exactly as I said. I feel my heart's been played, my love has been displayed. Now it's just left frayed. I'll saunter around, with vigor and joy. Now I watch this ploy, crumble, shards deployed. Now watch what I do, my Black Queen. See what I do, just for you. I'll take my life away, reel out death on this last day. At last, here comes my final day. I'll do this as you say, and I'll love you on my last day. Here it comes at last, do not make it fast. Force me, scream and cry, break me as I die. Messenger from 7 seas does fly, to tell the Black Queen she has now killed Rye. She looks upon the world that she has doomed, and smiles at how many lifeless She looks upon the world that she has doomed, and smiles at how my lifeless shell is tombed. Hecate. Why won't you stop and look into my eyes? No matter how I plead, no matter how I try. My body is in tatters and my mind is just as bad. I got no body to comfort me, I got no mom or dad. My hobby's left in pieces, and games are all worn out. There's nothing left for me, except to scream, 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 and shout. My thoughts are all against me, and our conscience isn't clean. My spirit's full of sins, I swear it's always been. A life that's tainted, right arm burned, lessons overlooked, they can't be learned. In this tainted world we live, your very essence you must give. No one knows you, no one cares, tons of burdens you must bear. The power of God lay in my hands, then look at you, in darkness you'll land. If you can see what's wrong with me, then why don't you just say, maybe I sort my life out, start a brand new day. You knew what was wrong with me, but you did not say, I cannot sort my life out, I die another day. j'adore. There are girls who wield mace, but I like girls with tattered lace, girls with her perfect face, girls with those luscious lips, flaunting me with curvaceous hips, a girl whose every word is art, with that gorgeous heart, just a bit gothic, just a bit pop chick, long for the angel's kiss, my one and only wish. I beg to hold her close to me, in hard-earned bliss I'd be, c'est fatigant es facile, to cry myself to sleep. Elle habite in my heart, qu'est-ce que c'est qu'on va faire? I scream, my dearest wife, don't leave my life, for then cometh the strife, inside my love you've wedged your knife. I scream, my dearest, stay, that I might die another day. These innocent games you play have led my consciousness astray. To my fallen queen of rye, I ask that since you've let us die, you'll grant me just one final try, to prove that I'm your guy, then you'll say yes, I must imply. Please hear me, Akabert, j'adore tout. (2113) The Collapse of Megadon. I lie there, staring into bleakness of space. My mind and body remain separate, despite my best efforts for union. I am John, and I face this life solo, ever since my friend Rob ended his own, awakening me for the first time, and revealing my foolishness, my ignorance. I had always doubted his words. They were strange, unfamiliar, but then, as Rob had done, I found something to change it all. My innocence has been shaken. Truth to form has been awakened. I can see your plan for what it is, and you can't twist my thoughts as you did with his. If you think I'll silence, then you're incorrect. Now the lives of those you shall respect. Such impertinence. You don't understand yet, do you, child? We are the priests of Rye. Us you cannot harm, for we cannot die. You're just foolish old men, and I will end your reign, so we can start again. If you think I'll silence, then you're incorrect. Now the lives of those you shall respect. Do not tempt your fate. Your very life will deliberate. We are the priests of Rye. Us you cannot harm, for we cannot die. Do not try my hand, for this all falls how I planned. Never spout such lies, or we'll call your bluff. I demand you end him now, for we've had enough. I stepped behind his waterfall, before I scanned across his cave. I saw his lifeless body entombed there. Tears did befall my eyes. I'm trapped inside this empty world, where fact and fiction should be polymerized to one. Demons without angels infect my life, and I swear there's no way out of it. Inside the cave I found it, just as I'd hoped. I didn't quite understand at first. All I knew was that the priests will hate it. I abandoned my old life to practice. At first I could amplify my own voice, and whatever it was near. Now, though, I have trained myself, and can rival if not exceed the power exuded by the priests. I have embarked upon the journey that shall lead me back to the temples of Syrinx in the hope that I may have one final showdown with the priests. It shall be my well-rehearsed end to their tyranny, and the only chance for freedom humanity will be given for some time. And the only chance for freedom humanity will be given from now until the end of time. In no time at all. I wonder if the world would exist, if there were nothing here to be missed, if there were no stars up in the sky, and there were no slice of wild honey pie. There could be no down to fall. I guess we should stall, 'cause it'll all be gone in no time at all. In no time at all, there'll be no heaven or hell. In no time at all, there'll be no earth here as well. In no time at all, there'll be no good and no bad. In no time at all, there'll be no happy or sad. In no time at all, there'll be no save and no spend. In no time at all, life will come to its end. I wonder if the world could cope, if there were no president or pope, if there were no tax to steal our food, and no monarchy to rule. There could be no down to fall. I guess we should stall, 'cause it could all be gone in no time at all. In no time at all, there'll be no heaven or hell. In no time at all, there'll be no earth here as well. In no time at all, there'll be no good and no bad. In no time at all, there'll be no happy or sad. In no time at all, there'll be no save and no spend. In no time at all, life will come to its end. I wonder how my life might be if I had no eyes to see, if I had no ears to hear, and there were no world to fear. There could be no down to fall. I guess we should stall, 'cause it'll all be gone in no time at all. In no time at all, there'll be no heaven or hell. In no time at all, there'll be no earth here as well. In no time at all, there'll be no good and no bad. In no time at all, there'll be no happy or sad. In no time at all, there'll be no save and no spend. In no time at all, life will come to its end. (1996 to 2012). My youth is wrung, my soul is gone, I can't hold on, and now I'm lost in pain. Charity men, they just keep coming again and again. It's like their test, they shall not rest. There thou shalt give, they're the best. My life's a strain, my spirit's waned, lost innocence can't be regained. My pleasure in life has all faded, suppose that's my fault, me who made it. Clarity men, I failed too much, please come save me, Daddy. Used me, he abused me, I'm confused me, can't recollect, what could I expect? Got a sister, God I miss her, can't contact her, Mummy smacked her. I'm old decayed, my body's frayed, my mind displayed, nothing to hide, skull open wide, he's yours, I lied. Asmodeus. This is the way that the baby will sleep. Its head in its crib, and its silence will keep. There are wolves outside his window, and an X-Men at his door. His mummy's doing taxes, and his daddy's just too poor. His mum and dad come up the stairs, just like Goldilocks, the bears. Daddy lies beside his son, calm and quiet he prays. Daddy starts, look at my little Ted. Mummy stops him and says, there ain't no Ted line right there. That's my little Georgie. And I best tell you right now, my friend, he's the demon of the orgy, and he shall rise. In the beginning he did rise, from the fires he did birth, and he maliciously strived upon this earth for power. This is the way that the devils are born, bred on cheap whiskey and Russian hard porn. Their pitchforks are blunt, and their tails are spiked, nothing on earth has seen their like. This is the demon of the orgy. No one could ever try and guess his power, all resistance shall be crushed in the uprising hour. This is the way that the baby will sleep. Its head in its crib and its silence will keep. This is the way that the baby will wake, its soul still encased by the cries it can't make. This is the way that the baby will die, its lifeless body thrown to the 7 seas of rye. This is the way that the world breakers are born, and when they are gone, only they could have mourned. You'll forget. In the battle field he died, saved the lives of friends he tried. Couldn't make it, was too slow, but that all was so long ago. Now they remember, soon they'll forget, just how brave men can get. If you retell this tale, just say that even boys were men that day. Father Fate. In November '89, it was such a peaceful time, when little Johnny did cry his first. Mummy knew he'd be just fine, there was ne'er a dreadful sign, 'twas the only child not to be cursed. When he took those dainty steps, the world knew what to expect, he was destined to become a great man. For fate had taken hold, and a shape began to mould, it was even greater than God's plan. In April of '01, though his tale had just begun, it was clear what he had become. And as he conquered his own mind, an ancient power he did find, and he knew right there he'd won. When he first sucked her neck, the world knew what to expect. He was destined to become a great man, for fate had taken hold, and his future had been planned. It was greater than the tales of old. In summer '23, his true self the earth did see, as he shook their leader's hand. It was all going as he planned, and so soon he'd rule their land. A great master he would be. When he first gained their respect, the world knew what to expect. He was destined to become a great man. For fate had taken hold, and its plan did now unfold. It was greater than the palace's grand. In the days of '45, though he did feel his most alive, did not know his song would end. Turns out he had been cursed, and he had taken it the worst. This his power could not mend. When his plan had been but wrecked, the world knew what to expect. He could never become a great man, for fate had taken hold, and his life it had just sold. It would not derive him from his warpath. In the nights of '96, what he knew he could not fix, he still tried and tried to build. There was a knock upon his door, fate did strike him to the floor, 'twas the end, he had been killed. Victory Road. He left home when he was just a boy. He had no need for the childish toys. He left home when he was just a boy. He had no need for the childish joys. He thought he knew about sorrow and fun when his life had only just begun. He could not bear such an emotional bad, so he set out onto the victory road. Ah, that makes more sense. It's just very bad handwriting. He could not bear such an emotional load, so he set out onto the victory road. Victory Road, the path to glory and wealth. Victory Road, the path to destroying yourself. When your life is in shambles and you've no place to go, the place that you need is the Victory Road. She left her old life when she was just a girl, thought she had figured it out, thought she knew the world. She thought she knew about depression and hate. Happiness she could not invigorate. She could not bear such an emotional load, so she set out onto the Victory Road. Victory Road, the path to glory and wealth. Victory Road, the path for destroying yourself. When your life is in shambles and you've no place to go, the place that you need is the Victory Road. Only far out, where roads meet, comes a junction where two can rest their feet. With a victorious march through this world, we will all stand, hand in hand, with our fingers aired. Just to continue out on this victory road, we will set out to a humble abode. Victory Road, the path to glory and wealth. Victory Road, the path for destroying yourself. When your life is in shambles and you've no place to go, the place that you need is the Victory Road. When your world is dim and you've nowhere to go, set out onto the Victory Road. The grand design. If you fall away, you shall rise again today, to bring about a change to those around you. As iceberg caverns close the light, the empty void is filled with spite and anger. Why don't you want the grand design to lift you up, to find you and remind you the structures of the world beneath the surface in the crevice of Britannia? Look towards the norm and openly conform, or face the scripture, the grand design of life and death. There is more than Georgie. From an early age he must have known his seeds in life were firmly sown. He was gonna grow up as he must, and he stepped out of his room one day, said, "Mummy, Daddy, I am gay," and the look they gave him was one of disgust. Why is it in this world we have such a humble, simple lad can be persecuted all through day and night? Why is it in this world we own, if the lad did break a bone, you would only care if he were white? I'm straight, I'm gay, I'm bi, no lie, but why on earth would you even ask? If you want to, go ahead, don't treat me like I'm walking dead. Now remember just one thing. Though I'm straight or gay or bi, I'll sing, but moreover, my black queen, I still love you. Rainy days. At the brink of day, kids go to play, but then there is a sound. They peer up and then they see the heavy darkened cloud. An enormous flash, then the rain begins. Now the kids wish they'd been born with fins. Lightning strikes. No. Lightning flashes, thunder roars, yet there seems to be a pause. The rain it waitens, destroying daytime. The children how they moan, for now they know the rain has stricken, forcing them into their homes. The crushing and devastating rain now begins to spread. Although it were evil and as cruel as some had said, like a lion it roared through the sky, from its jungle ever so high. But then as quickly as a shooting star, the rain began to go afar. What the victim knows. At the beginning of the day, victim wakes up, knowing everything he sees will be his last luck. He steps outside, shivering still, knowing that everyone thinks him nil. He walks down the street, living a lie, knowing that later he'll probably die. The victim's life the bully makes hell, knowing that no one shall ever tell. After school he goes home, this is a must, but knowing that this second he's just been punched into dust. Victim is beaten through fire and flames, knowing that soon will come searing pain. Victim is left, nearly for dead, knowing that blood is pouring from his head. But victim accepts this brutal thing, knowing that bully will do it again.